morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here in person over the live stream. I'm also recording it on my YouTube channel, so if you're watching it from my YouTube, hello. And my name is Isala, and I'm presenting you the raw vegan lifestyle SAS free. So so today we're going to make, it looks kind of like rabbit food, you know, everyone's telling you, as a vegan, what are you going to eat? Rabbit food. Okay, yeah, sometimes you do. But we're going to make a carrot salad, and then I'm also going to make a dessert out of dates, some nuts, and yeah, let's just start with so for my carrot salad, I was thinking about an exotic, a little bit oily dressing, but we don't use oil. Of course, we only use whole fat. So instead of oil, I want to use chia seeds, and I like to soak them in water first before I do anything with them, because that will activate them and bring them to life a little bit. So I'm just going to use just a few seeds, like 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons chia seed, and I like to soak them. And you really need like 15 minutes to soak them, but you can also soak them overnight.
Soak them in hot or soak them in cold?
Cold water. Just cold water, yeah. Everything is cold here, so I'm raw vegan since almost 9 years, and I don't cook my food. I use the dehydrator sometimes, but and you can make really serious dishes with a dehydrator too that can taste like cooked. So you remove the water with the dehydrator, but you don't have to heat the food. But all my food is all below 115 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not heat processed. Then what I also don't use is anything extracted, like for example, maple syrup, as you extract. No, actually, maple syrup is not an extract. It's just a concentration, but you cook it. What is an extract? What usually? Kelp noodles. Like kelp noodles, they extract something out of it. So it's not heated, but it's a processed food product. So I don't use it. So I have my chia seeds in cold water, and I'll just pour a little bit of water. It doesn't really matter how much water. You don't want too much water, because you don't want your sauce to be too liquid. So it just needs a little bit of water so you submerge the seeds. I do that overnight as well, or sometimes when I want to use chia seeds every day in my smoothies, for example, then I will soak maybe a little bit more in a mason jar, put water, and leave it in the fridge. And then every day I have my soaked chia seeds and put it in my smoothie.
But you don't have to do that, right? You can just sprinkle them, because I make them just sprinkle.
Yeah, you could, yeah. I like to do that because it activates the seeds, it brings them to life. So, and yeah, that's the other thing with eating raw, you eat like really the vibration of the food. Everything is alive and it vibrates. So the seeds are kind of dormant, so if I put water, then they awaken.
Do you ever make your own sprouts?
Yeah, I do. In a mason jar. I don't really grow them, but I use sprouts like lentils or microgreens like broccoli seeds, and I put it in a mason jar with a sprouting lid. That's what I use. But I'm not really a super big sprout eater. So when you see it, you have like already a gel here. So it makes it a little bit easier also to digest and to chew. If you put this on your salad now, or wherever, then you actually feel that you actually chew the seeds and not just hard. And it's also safer to eat because the little seeds could expand. If you eat too many of the dried seeds, they could expand in your stomach and get stuck. So You have to have a lot of water if you eat anything dry like this that will soak up the water and expand. So this way, it makes it a little bit safer. It's really thick, so I might even add a little bit of more water in here. So that's about the chia seeds, and I leave this soaking a little bit longer until I make the dessert. So let's just start with the dessert first. Just water. Okay. Yeah, so as a dessert, I replace my sugar with dates. Have you already replaced your sugar with dates?
Yes.
Who did not? Out yourself, yeah. Well, that's okay, but really, if you haven't done that yet, dates are so more delicious than the extracted sugar. That's what I also don't use, although maybe it's not heated, but I don't use any extracted sugars. The dates have a lot of sugar. They're very sweet. They're just like caramel, but they also come with a lot of fiber. So the sugars are digested slower and they don't spike your blood sugar too much.
Do you also use frozen bananas or bananas for sweeteners?
Me, personally? Not for sweetening. No, I rarely use frozen bananas. I don't really like frozen food too much. But for ice cream, yeah, that's of course is very, very delicious. And you don't need any dates for that. If you use ripe bananas, you have to use ripe bananas. If you use green bananas, then they're not sweet. Yeah, but that's definitely nice. I don't really use that for sweetening anything. I just use it for ice cream, or I also like to dry my bananas. Then they're even more sweeter, and they're almost as sweet as dates. You could use that for a sweetening. But it will always have the banana flavor in it. If you like it, that's okay. So you could do this dish probably also with dried bananas. Yeah, but that's a very, very simple dish. Very satisfying. It's not for weight loss. I'm just telling you. It's for being satisfied. So I have walnuts here. And same with the chia seeds, I like to soak them in water. But the chia seeds I won't rinse with water and wash them, but the walnuts I did, because they release a lot of compounds, chemical compounds that are natural, that are maybe disturbing to a digestion. So like phytic acid or lectins, they probably don't have. Like lentils have the lectins. You know, you just soak them in water to activate them, but also to wash away anything that's interferes with your digestion. They have enzyme inhibitors to make them stable. And I soak them in water overnight, and then I washed and rinsed them. Now I want them a little bit drier. You could put them in your dehydrator if you have one. But you can also, and I did not do that, I just had to dry them a little bit with a towel.
So if you had issues with walnuts upsetting your stomach, it could just be that they haven't been
Yeah,
rinsed and-
yeah, exactly. Even allergies can be caused by that.
So you wash them, then you soak them overnight, then you wash them again?
No, I just soak them without washing first, and then I rinse and wash them. So, yeah. And at least I soak them at least for 5 hours or overnight.
How many walnuts were those?
Those were a cup of walnuts, but of course you can take more for the recipe. As much as you want to eat, really. And the proportions are also like dependent on your individual taste. So I'm going to use a few dates, but if you use more dates, it doesn't really matter. That's a good thing with raw foods preparation. I don't really alter the food too much, so there's a lot of room for variations. The only very difficult part here is to get the high quality foods, to get the dates that are actually tasty and soft, and to get the walnuts that are really, really raw, not pasteurized, and they're fresh. And then your food will actually taste good. And it doesn't matter how many walnuts you really used or how many dates. It will be a little bit less or more sweeter. And then I have two of my favorite tools here. It's the food processor and the high-speed blender. It's not needed, but there's two reasons why you want tools in a raw vegan diet. First of all, you don't want to eat all day and chew so much. Or you have problems with teeth. So if you have teeth problems, this is very harsh on the teeth. You need teeth to eat this food. If you don't, then food processor really helps, and the blender, of course.
But if you eat this way, you'll have better teeth.
Yeah, we will maybe have better teeth. Well, if you start with it when you still had teeth, but they don't grow back, unfortunately. So I put those walnuts in my food processor.
So I'm assuming you don't eat it out much because it's not much options for, unless you eat just like a raw salad. Is there difficulty?
Oh, there's a lot of options to eat.
For eating raw.
Yeah, a lot of options. Really, same like, the only things I don't eat is rice, potatoes, noodles, like
Beans?
pasta.
And
Beans?
Beans, I don't eat beans, but I do eat sprouted mung beans or sprouted lentils. What else can I not eat? That's pretty much it. Well, eggplant, I don't eat much eggplant, but instead of that, I eat a lot of more fruit that people don't really eat, and I also have the interest to get more variety in fruits, like I eat jackfruit or white sapote or black sapote. Do you eat that?
Yeah, well,
Anyone eat that?
I don't have
Okay, good,
access.
good.
I would love to have access to that fruit.
Right? Yeah. So over time, I mean, I don't have that all the time, but yeah, you will explore more in the raw food world, and I don't really see that I eat so limited foods.
So if you eat out in a restaurant, you just order a salad?
I don't really eat in a restaurant, but the salad, yeah, you could do that. You could just order a salad and some lemon juice with it, no oil, nothing, but it will be small. It might be not that tasty.
25 bucks for the good.
Exactly. So if you want, you could do that, but you will stay hungry. So if you go hungry to a restaurant, never do that. So you go hungry in a restaurant, and then you have this little nothing salad, and then someone else eats like the potatoes and whatever it is, like really delicious, and they're so full, and you're like, okay, I'm still hungry, and you will be miserable. So never do that. Always come prepared. You either eat your food before a lot, so you're really satisfied, and then you can order a side salad just for looks. Or you can also, like restaurants usually don't have a problem if you bring your own food in. Or if you order salad and you bring a salad dressing or an extra avocado. But you really have to make sure on this diet that you're satisfied and full. If you are miserable in front of someone who eats everything and they're happy, this is not what we want, really. So how many dates do I use? Probably like 2, 4, 6. And I count my seeds as well. I have 6 seeds here, so there's no seeds in there.
Kathy did the same thing.
I know, right?
Kathy did the same
You only make this mistake once, and then never again.
thing. Right.
I take 7, so 7 days. Seeds here. Okay, then I use my food processor. And really every food processor will work on this. This is a very old food processor, so if I can do it with that, it will work with any. And then I just process it. Until it's slow. If you don't want it that slow, you can process it less if you want. But, yeah, this processor is not very powerful. Processor is not very powerful, but you can either process it really fine, or you can process it a little bit more coarse that you still have the bits. That's also an individual taste, really. Can't get this off.
Oh, you can get that thing off.
All right. So this is like, it already smells so good. It smells like dough, you know, like cookie dough. And so these walnuts were still moist. Of course, I pat them dry a little bit, but they're still moist inside. So it'll be very different if you use dried nuts. You can also use dried nuts for this, but I kind of like it like this better. It has more volume. The fat is not that oily. If you process the dried nuts, it will be more oily. This has more water content and might make yours some more full. Then you can use this also for a cake base as well. This is like the very popular cake base in raw vegan cakes and dishes like that. Just dates and nuts. If you want it more drier, you can also add psyllium husk. Have you heard of psyllium husk? Yeah, you can add that to it to make it more drier. Or you can dry the nuts after. You can use also just dried nuts and not soak them. It really is dependent on you, what you prefer, and how you tolerate the nuts and seeds as well. So I have this dough like here. Because you can use your bare hand, but I don't want my hands to be too messy for the rest of the class. And you can form, either you use it for your cake crust, or you can form little balls. And then you have your little balls like this. Yeah, it will take me a while to make balls, but you can just talk and if you have questions.
Coconut at all? Do you shake coconut also?
Coconut, yes, I love
Yeah,
coconut.
okay.
Mhm.
You can kind of sprinkle on that.
If it's raw, yeah, I use coconut. I don't always get a coconut, but I am very active, so I do not want to lose weight. I burn a lot of calories by being very active, and so I eat a lot of calories. And with fat, I usually have a low-fat diet, but there could be days where I will eat a little bit more fat. And it just really depends on my body what I want to eat. And the next day, I'm probably not going to eat that much fat. So I might eat one day, I might eat a coconut, a whole coconut, maybe, I don't know. Depends how I feel. Probably maybe half at least, but it already half a coconut has a lot of fat, a lot of calories. I think it has 1,000 calories or so. If it's that dried coconut. Yeah, I might eat it in a day, like one day, but the next day I won't eat another one, you know? It's not that I will eat this regularly.
So how do you know about the walnuts? You said you buy unpasteurized?
Mhm.
I didn't even know they pasteurized walnuts.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
How do you know? Or do you have to ask? Or
Yes, you have to ask, and I get the walnuts usually from the farmer's market. So from small farms, and I ask them how do you process them? Are they heat treated? And yeah, so same with sunflower seeds. I get my sunflower seeds from Amazon, and yeah, I look at the reviews. I make sure they're really raw because sunflower seeds I bought one time at Whole Foods, and they said they're not roasted or anything, but I soaked them in water, and the water turned black, so they were or brown, like dark brown, and they're definitely heat treated then, or something.
But if they're in a bulk bin, they should say, shouldn't they?
There was in a bulk bin, and it didn't. It said unroasted or raw. I don't know. Didn't really specifically say raw. Sometimes it does say specifically raw, but only because it's not roasted. That doesn't mean it's not. It's raw, so it could still be pasteurized or. And it's so important to get the high quality foods that taste so much fresher, and because anything with high fat like nuts and seeds, you heat it and it can get more rancid. So yeah, and then you will taste it as well. So I made my little balls, and what you can also do with these balls, I made these balls before. I ran out of ideas what I should make here. So I made these balls before. They were really good. People liked it. But this time I might do a little bit different. I just press them a little bit flatter and make like little cakes. And you can make this in a bigger cake version of it too. It's very, very easy.
You're allowed to use cocoa powder or anything?
Yes, I use raw cacao powder. I know that they don't use it here
Yeah.
because they say it's stimulating. For some people it is. For me, not really. So I like raw cacao, and there's also studies that show that raw cacao, but only if it's raw, it helps you with muscle recovery and muscle development. When you work out, of course, you have to work out to build muscles. A lot of people are so concerned about their protein, but for muscle, or to prevent muscle loss, especially when you age. So a lot of older people eat a lot of protein, but then they don't exercise. So the protein has to be processed through your body. The body burns it because they don't use it for the muscles. Then it really strains your kidneys. And a lot of people have kidney problems. So kidney disease is one of the most common chronic diseases. And that's really sad. So if you are concerned about muscle loss when you age, you have to work out. And then if you work out, you will become more hungry. And if you focus only on whole foods, your body already tells you what to eat. So that's all you have to know. So don't be focused on protein. So I have berries here. I have strawberries and blackberries and raspberries. Raspberries and blackberries are now in season. So I love to buy foods in season because they're just more tastier, of course, right? And then you can just add it to your little dish. I don't know if it looks good, honestly. It probably doesn't look good. I'm not really a super professional chef to make something look good.
Did you already wash them?
Yes, I did.
And you used like food spray?
Food spray?
A spray.
No, I didn't use a spray. I just used water. Just water. They were organic too.
Oh.
They were organic berries from the kitchen. So you can use, and that's already like a little cake, you know?
Yeah, it's cute.
And I have strawberries here too. Just cut them a little bit. And then if you make this in a bigger cake dish, then you can layer the strawberries really nicely, and you have a really nice cake. And this is so healthy, and you can eat as much as you want. If you want to lose weight, of course, this is not for losing weight, but I would still suggest, if you want to lose weight and you have like super serious cravings, you still eat this and as much as you want. Because you don't want to suffer too much if you want to lose weight. You know, this food will not cause you obesity. Obesity is not only, well, I would say obesity is not at all caused by too much food or too much calories. It's caused by chemicals in the food. This is also scientifically proven. There's obesogenic, they're called obesogenic chemicals, and they mess up your metabolism. So you actually gain weight through this because your metabolism doesn't work really well. So this is
That's beautiful.
you can definitely, if you're more creative and you have a better plate as well, like nice, so you can definitely make this more pretty. But I'm sure it will taste good.
I have a question about raw almonds. I read somewhere that they're not really raw anymore. They pasteurize
Yes.
them.
Exactly, and this is the reason why I buy my almonds at the farmer's market.
Farmers market, yeah.
From
yeah.
small farmers,
Yeah.
and they will tell you how they process them. And a lot of, I mean, always when I buy almonds at the farmer's market, they say, no, we didn't do anything to it.
Could you do the same dessert with almonds if you're like allergic to walnuts or just don't want?
Oh, of course, yeah. Almonds are really great.
Yeah,
Almonds are great. They're also less fatty, I think.
yeah, they're less fat.
Then you could use, what else you could use? You could use any pistachios. Pistachios I get from Amazon as well, like certified raw. Because yes. Okay, thank you. So pistachios, yeah, I like to eat. I mean, pistachios are very difficult to find raw as well. They're all roasted or with salt even. So you get them online though. I have a brand that I get from Amazon, raw pistachios. They're in the shell. I think they have shells as well. I'm not sure, but I get them usually in the shell. It's a little bit more work to.
And did you say raw stays longer than cooked, than the processed?
Stay longer?
Like they last longer?
Oh, the seeds? I would say so, yes. Well, I keep my seeds and nuts in the freezer or in the fridge, if you have room. So they don't freeze because they have a lot of fat, so they just keep longer and nice. The roasted nuts, because if you heat a food that has a lot of fat, the fat oxidizes under heat very easily. So the heat makes an oxygen makes the fat oxidize, and that's really not what you want. The oxidized fat can also turn, I mean, they're already bad enough, but they can also turn into trans fat. And yeah, so that's why I like to have always raw, really raw nuts and seeds. Can't emphasize this enough. This looks even so much more prettier now that I added more fruits, right? I mean, same with the taste. If you don't do a lot, or you don't mix the food very much, it already tastes good. So this all tastes already good as it is if you got high quality foods. So I'm gonna get rid of these now. Okay, so we have our dessert. Wasn't that much time even that we spent on it. And I'm going to make the salad now. Okay, so for good skin, they always advertise retinol, right? Retinol is always advertised everywhere, right? That retinol is good for your skin. It's basically vitamin A. And of course, carrots don't have vitamin A. Vitamin A can be toxic to you, but the body, so carrots don't have, it doesn't really have vitamin A, but your body makes vitamin A out of the carotenoids from the food. And that makes it not toxic. So beta carotene or carotenoids are not toxic to the body as much. You can eat as much as you want, but if you eat a supplement, a vitamin A supplement, it can be toxic to you. And also vitamin A from animal products can be toxic. So that's why I don't like extracted things. Vitamin A in the body is not toxic, but if you get it from somewhere else, it can be toxic. It's like everything is so more complicated. So for the salad, of course we can eat the carrot as it is as a raw vegan. You don't have to process it. But if we want to eat it a little bit faster, or we have teeth problems maybe, or whatever it is, or enjoy it a little bit more because we are used to eating processed foods, I'm using a potato peeler to make little strips of the carrot. There. Just like that. You can probably use any potato peeler. I have this version. Yeah, anything will work. And you just lay it flat on your cutting board, and you just peel it. And then you will have like really, really thin strips of carrot noodles. Yeah.
Like zucchini noodles.
Yeah, you can use a zucchini as well. I like maybe this one better.
Is it true? I've had some people that turn their skin from orange.
Like mine?
Carotenoids.
Yeah,
Like
it's
glowing.
smelly.
Yeah, it's kind of like my skin also turned
But that's
different.
not bad, right?
Well, it depends on the observer, I guess. It's not bad for me. It's good. I think it's good. I like myself better, a little bit more orangey than pale. I always was very, very pale when I ate regular food and tried to tan and never could. So, and I thought it's genetics, of course, right? But it's really not. It's your health. I don't think it's healthy to be super white. I don't know.
No, it's not.
Maybe white people turned white because they started using or started eating processed foods. But it's not really, it's not protecting your skin. Sure, they say that white people can produce more vitamin D in colder climates, and that's why they turn white. But you do need some protection on your skin, so it doesn't help you if you go in the sun and then you burn. So you do have to have protection, and carotenoids are protecting your skin.
Well, they do protect your skin.
Yes, they do protect your skin. I don't use any sunscreens.
Yeah, I don't use
Yeah, so either when I go under the sun like midday. Yeah, I love to go when the sun is really strong.
protection like you do protected.
No clothing, no. Yeah, so I don't really burn. Of course, if it was the winter, my skin gets a little bit more whiter, then I have to ease into it. But when I compare it with in the past, I never tanned, I was burned. Yeah, that got much more better.
So how much of the carrots do you eat weekly
Oh,
or daily? Every day?
Carotenoids? No, I don't eat carrots every day. Carotenoids are not only in the carrots, they're everywhere. In all fruits and vegetables, you will find it. So all fruits and vegetables. It's not only the carrots. But carrots have a lot. Carrots definitely have a lot. Even the white carrot also has carotenoids. But the orange one, I think they have more. I don't know. Yeah, so I don't really eat everyday carrots, really. It's actually rare. What I eat a lot is fruits. Fruits, different kinds of fruits, seasonal fruits I like. Then I eat always a salad. The greens have very much carotenoids. It's so hard to say. It's easier in German to say carotenoide.
I thought I heard a German accent.
Yeah.
With a question.
Some words are still so difficult to say, like literally. This is another word. It's probably still difficult for Americans to say, isn't it? No, maybe if you're born with it.
What do you do with the leftover carrot?
That's a good question. We can put it in the sauce.
Cut up the carrot, to slice like that.
Yeah, you could also grate it if you want. You can use a grater. It's a little bit of work. It's actually really nice. See the nice colors as well. And it's very nice to eat. So it's yeah, if I travel, people ask me, oh, I do it when I travel. Well, this is the easiest lifestyle to travel because I don't have to prepare anything really. This is all ready to eat. It was already ready to eat. This I only do for fun. I only prepare this here for fun, and
Normally your day-to-day diet is simple, you don't have to do fancy recipes.
I wouldn't really do this for myself. No. I probably would just put the carrots in the food processor and chop them up or something, make a salad.
Do you do smoothies at all, like green smoothies?
Sometimes green smoothies,
Yeah.
you definitely can, and that's a really great way to eat a lot of greens
Yeah.
and to eat more calories, especially if you work out. Or it depends, I mean, how you make your smoothie. You can
Well,
make
like
high calorie.
2/3 of a blender full of greens.
Yeah.
And then a little fruit and banana. And,
Yeah, smoothies are a great way to get a lot of greens in, or to get a lot of calories. So I love to eat my greens. I love to chew my greens, and so I never really use it in the blender, but it's really a personal preference. I use smoothies to get more calories in. Because I like to exercise, so sometimes I'm really hungry and I don't want to lose weight and I want to build muscles, and so I have
What do
to
you
have
do
one.
for exercise and how often?
I do weightlifting almost every day, and then I run for 3 times a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so you need the calories.
Yes, right. So this can be definitely a weight loss diet, but it doesn't have to be. What do you say?
I heard people lose a lot of weight with that.
Yes, yeah. So, but for me, I don't want to lose weight, so I'm always make sure I eat enough calories.
Lady that has raw food romance, she lost a lot of weight. She has a
Yes, yeah, she was overweight, yeah.
she-
I actually always was on the skinny side.
yeah.
I was maybe too skinny. So for example, before this diet, I weighed 112 pounds. I was really, really lean. Now I weigh 125.
Okay, so maybe it brought you up to normal weight for yourself.
Yeah, so it's also for gaining weight. Well, I would say it's to find your ideal weight.
Do you
I can,
Do you eat a lot of avocados?
not a lot, no. Just 1 avocado maybe a day. It's still, my diet is still pretty low fat, not super low fat like they usually advocate. I mean, some days it is very low fat, but most of the time I probably get 20% of fat of my total calories instead of 10. They always advertise like 10%. But I think you really have to, it really depends on your lifestyle and your activity level, maybe your gender even. Maybe women need a little bit more fat. I don't know. I do really well with a little bit more fat in my diet, so I don't have problems to eat a whole avocado per day. Are you still already bored with me eating these carrots? Who is eating? Oh, not eating a lot of people. Everyone is fasting. Okay. I just want to show you how much work it would be to prepare this. It's not that much work, but
Do you also eat sweet potatoes, like shred them up raw?
yeah, you can, yeah. It's also something I don't do all the time, every day. I don't really eat a lot of starchy foods, like sweet potato is a little bit more starchier. Carrots are already a little bit more starchier, but I still eat them.
And beets, probably beets, raw beets.
Yeah, you can eat beets. I don't really eat that many beets because they're a little bit irritating to have oxalates. I'm not scared of oxalates at all because it's just, if you eat a diet, a high plant food diet, then you promote a microbiome that actually can degrade oxalates in your gut. if you eat a high meat diet, for example, you don't have any oxalates in your food, but your body actually can also produce oxalates depending on what you eat or depending if you're stressed. So oxalates can also accumulate in your body. That's why meat eaters have the kidney stones, not the vegans, right? Okay, so we have quite a few carrots here. Didn't take me that long. And then for the sauce, why not just put the carrots in there? That probably won't hurt too much. Actually, this is a new recipe here. I never made it. But usually, you can do the same thing in your kitchen. Get the high quality foods and then mix it up a little bit. You don't have to be too crazy about it, but just prepare something that you think will taste good together. And it probably will taste good, hopefully. And I have like really nice cherry tomatoes, so I just wanted to show you. And I will just add cherry tomatoes as well for the sauce. And then our chia seeds, I was gonna put chia seeds. They always tell you that, oh, you should eat your vitamin A or the carotene with oil. You know, the oil soluble vitamins. There's like very little studies about it, and the study that I looked at doesn't really make sense too much. But we don't want to use oil. But we have some really, really good oils, the omega-3 fatty acids and chia seeds. And yeah, people are so concerned about protein for muscle, building muscle, but also omega-3 fatty acids are really, really important to build your membranes, to build your muscles, and everything has that membrane, right, that you need. So, but fruits and vegetables already have omega-3 fatty acids as well. For example, mangoes are really high.
How many tablespoons was that?
Those were 3 tablespoons dry. And then a little bit of water. It doesn't really matter how much water.
And so soaking the chia seeds is going to give you what advantage, what benefit?
It just activates the chia seeds and makes them alive, and that's all.
But you could just put them right in the...
You could. You probably could. It probably won't hurt you. Probably. And then speaking of mangoes are also really high in omega-3 fatty acids. Nobody knows that, but
No.
I think if you
I
eat
didn't know that.
4 of these mangoes, you will cover your recommended daily value of omega-3s.
Wow.
And of course, they're very low in omega-6 fatty acids. They have like
How
barely
many
nothing.
mangoes do you have to eat a day?
Like 4 of
4.
these maybe, or 5 maybe. They're small.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I would totally do that if I had a lot of mangoes. I can easily eat 4 mangoes.
Yeah, they're so good.
So just add some mangoes.
Weight. Due to mango. You gain weight if you eat.
Mangoes have a lot of calories, yeah. But those are really good calories. They have like low fat and they have the carbohydrates that you really, really need. There's a very weird trend that says that you shouldn't eat carbohydrates.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Shouldn't eat
No,
what?
it's the low carb
You shouldn't
diet.
eat carbohydrates. There's this weird trend
Oh.
that carbohydrates are bad. But you know, one single thing you always use, you use it every day and you lose it every day. There's only one macronutrient that you lose every day. Exactly. So you burn the carbohydrates into energy and they're gone. They're like CO2 after, you know? They're gone. You don't lose protein every day. Your
Or
muscles...
fat.
Oh, fat, yeah. Fat is very difficult to lose, right? You have to be in a caloric deficit. Exactly. So, but definitely you need energy. This is what you lose. People are so concerned about protein, but this is not what they need every day, and they don't lose it. Your muscles don't degrade every day. You have to build them new, right? And muscle gain is so slow, very, very slow. I just calculated one time, I think for 2 pounds of muscle weight a month, which is super, super good. I mean, if you gain 2 pounds of muscles in a month, what do you think how much protein you actually need for
Well,
that?
who needs to go to the gym? Just eat your protein and you'll build all the muscle you want.
Yeah, but like just for building this part of muscles, because muscles are not only protein, they're also mostly water. They're 20% water. So for 2 pounds of muscle, you have 200 grams of protein.
Wow.
That's in a month. That's only 6 grams extra protein per day.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot. But you can get the protein in fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, exactly.
Plant foods.
I mean, the only thing you really need is the energy to build the muscles too. So this is what you lose every day, and this is what you really need is the energy. Yeah?
If you're sensitive to sugar though, will mango spike it?
That depends, really. I mean, that's like the sad thing, really, that some people, they have diabetes or any kind of other metabolic issues. They can't process the sugars anymore, but the sugar was never the problem. It was the animal fats that makes you insulin resistant. So you definitely have to reduce the fat. You have to get rid of the fat first. And you have to eat the fruits that you can still tolerate. So, and that is dependent on the individual. You might be okay with mangoes. You might be not, so you really have to check that. But over time, you will be okay with mangoes. If you focus on the fruits, especially the fruits that you still can tolerate, and you eat a lot of it, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, in the winter, where like January, February is the most boring months for fruits, I eat just oranges and bananas all day long, you know, all the time, every day. And it's okay. You can eat very simple for a while until you get well. And then if you get healthy, you will be able to tolerate anything sweet. So I don't have any problem with blood sugar. I was already part of the research, and I was a research subject as well. So we checked after fasting, and my sugar levels were really perfect. So
I have a weird question because I've done raw in the winter. I did it for 6 weeks, and I was really cold. So do you like let yourself drink like? What do you do to keep?
Yeah,
staying
that's
warm?
a common problem. What I do is I lived in Boston for 6 years, and I became raw vegan in Boston already. And in the winter, I was wearing ski pants at home. So that really helped, though. It really was nice. I had like overalls, and I was wearing my normal clothes and those over it when I felt cold, and then hot water bottles. And with the food, you can use more hot spices. You have a
Do you drink like hot tea or anything like
you
that?
can drink hot tea, hot water if you want.
Hot tea.
Yeah, and then there's herbs that are more warming, like basil.
Oh, okay.
I'm adding lime juice here. I'm just doing this without telling you what I do. So I put a mango in here, and I put lime juice. Lime juice is really, or lemon juice, some acidity is so important for your dressings or, well, not always. If you want tomato sauce, tomatoes have a lot of flavor as well.
For the winter time, can you freeze your summer fruits?
Freeze your summer fruit. The only fruits that I really like, or that I don't mind being frozen, is maybe blueberries or some kind of little berries that freeze a little bit better.
Is there a health reason why, or just a preference?
It's like well, apples don't freeze good for sure.
But mango?
Mango, I wouldn't say so, but you can try it out.
I bought frozen mangoes.
I have a little bit of spice here.
Fine. Is that an opinion?
It's serrano.
That's the wrong too.
Maybe I do this without the seeds. The seeds are always the most hot. It really depends how much you put in because they're all different heats. They have all different heat. Some ginger. Yeah, I want to make this a little bit more exotic. Oh, we don't have time here. I'm peeling the ginger here with a spoon. So I'm going to sharpen that, and I thought, it's not a bad idea. Forgetting the time here. I only have 1 hour. Yeah, so with being cold in the winter, yes, you can do these things that I said, like herbs, spices, hot spices, but over time you will get used to it. And then now I'm actually less cold sensitive. Yeah. And I don't miss any cooked food. I never thought that I could live without warm foods. I thought I had to have a warm food at least once a day. But you can, I mean, you get used to a lot of things. All this ginger in here. Yeah, ginger, if it's organic, I'm not 100% sure that it didn't say anything on the package. With this ginger, but if it's organic, you can also use the peel. I mean, if you blend it, it has a thin peel. Then I have ginger. If you want the sauce a little bit sweeter, you can also add dates to it, but the mango actually is already pretty sweet. And then just blend it up. Celery is also really flavorful if you don't use salt. Put some celery in there. This is how you can add more vegetables to your foods. Just blend it up. It's easy to eat.
Where's the liquid?
There's no liquid. The liquid comes from tomatoes. Oh wow, it tastes so good. I can't believe it.
That's a lot of lime too, a lot of ginger.
Oh, it tastes so perfect, really. Then I put this in this bowl here. Doesn't look that great, but
It looks like the dressings that we have here.
that's true. Right. Huh?
It looks just like any of the dressings.
So if you don't use any water for your dressings, then water doesn't have any flavor, right? Then it will also have more flavor. So the flavor comes a lot from the tomatoes. So this is already flavorful, but I still have some herbs here that I want to add.
What is that?
Yeah, what is
That green thing that you just picked up? The leaf.
the leaf? Oh, this year's purslane. Yeah, purslane. Actually, I wanted. Purslane also has high omega-3 fatty acids. The people also omega purslane. Purslane. It's actually a weed. You might have seen it on your lawn.
Uh-huh.
You know, if you can see it.
It has omega-3s.
It looks like this.
And they still have the regular markets?
Oh, you can just take a leaf and go around with it if you want. They sometimes have it on the market.
Yeah.
Not in the grocery store. So it's a very special herb. Farmer's market maybe. I haven't seen it in a while. I mean, I have it from the kitchen. So, and it has omega-3 fatty acids as well. So you really don't need fish oil or anything like that. We have have chia seeds. And they say, oh, but it's not the flax seeds as well, yes.
Yeah.
And then they say, oh, well, it's not the active form, but no, the body makes it. The body makes the active form. And then they say, oh, it's not enough. Maybe the body doesn't need that much. You know? Maybe the body just knows how much of the active form it actually needs. And the omega-3 fatty acids, they're also stored in your fat. So it's not that you have to really be concerned every day about omega-3s. They're stored in your fat tissue. Okay, oh yeah, and greens, I always love greens. So always have to have a lot of greens. This is spinach and arugula. You can add anything. I don't have so much time. The time is flying today. So I'll just add this here to my salad, but of course.
Is the long vegetable, are those chives?
Yes, this is chives, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't used it so far. So, of course, you always can use, yeah, I'm not going to use it for my recipe anymore. Always use more greens, really. Greens you can always eat a lot. And also another really important food that people don't really appreciate enough is greens for muscle growth as well. The greens. I mean, look at gorillas. They eat all their greens, and so if you eat a lot of greens, you already feel you have so much energy, like so much strength from eating greens. So I wanted to add more herbs to this. So I have chives. I have thyme. I don't have thyme, but I have thyme here.
Lost time is never found.
And I have this really, maybe I'm not going to use it. This is epazote. Maybe you can also give it around.
What is epazote?
Epazote. And it smells like gasoline. And I wanted to do a really exotic sauce. Epazote. Yeah, it's a Mexican, I don't know, the Mexicans use it.
Oh, is it Mexican herb, right?
Yeah.
Could you add something like mint or basil?
Mint, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, mint is a good thing too. Oh no, I have to cut this here with a little knife. What do you think about this herb? I wanted to add a lot of herbs to it. And like crazy herbs, like with ginger and epazote, but now I tasted it already, it's like, maybe I'll ruin it if I
But the sauce has plenty of flavor.
I mean, it has a lot of flavor.
What made you decide to do this raw vegan stuff?
Health reasons, and I wanted to age better. Yeah, it really helps me aging better. Like less problems, no migraines anymore, and more energy.
And it's working because you're only 16.
Yeah.
I'm only 16. Well, I'm 44.
Oh, wow.
This is real white hair what I have here. But that's genetic, I don't know.
Yeah, that smells good.
Oh, you guys like it? You really like it?
If we don't, like, if we want to just do 75% raw, is that,
Oh,
there's
of
still
course.
benefits?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
As much, the more raw you eat, the more benefits you have.
Because I just can't, I could do like the raw for 6 or 8 weeks, but then I start craving like the cooked.
Yeah. So
Stuff.
you know what? You don't have to be perfect, and I mean perfectly raw. I mean you still are perfect if you're
I
raw.
understand.
And you also won't have a certificate or get a prize for it if you're 100% raw.
Right.
So you decide. You decide what you want to do. I'm just telling you, I think that raw foods give you a lot of benefits. And yeah, the more raw you are, the better, I think. And I choose to be 100% raw because I just like it.
And I noticed, but fasting has like I have cravings for more raw foods. That weird, just doing the water fasting.
Oh yes, yeah, lighter
My-
foods, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
increased my cravings for fruits, vegetables.
And then I really love adding herbs.
That's
kinds of
thyme,
herbs.
right? You
It's
just pull the
thyme.
stem off.
Yeah, because herbs, they're really also underrated. They have a lot of beneficial plant compounds. They're little tiny and they're not macronutrients. I mean, they need really for survival, but they do give you a lot of medicinal benefits.
Yeah.
So I think those are really important to. It's really important to include herbs. Like parsley, for example, has so much iron. So it gives you flavor and a lot of vitamins and super good plant compounds. Yeah. Okay, should we do it?
Sure. I'm not eating it. He's eating it. He'll let me know how it tastes. It looks wonderful.
Does it taste like gasoline?
It kind of does, yeah.
I'm really gonna do it.
Yeah, sometimes I like to go crazy with herbs, and I put herbs that you wouldn't think fit together, like dill and cilantro, for example. But it does fit actually really good together.
The one you just smell.
Yeah, the epazote.
Yeah.
It's Ramsey's favorite herb, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but he hates dill.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, he hates dill like so much.
oh my God, how could you hate dill?
So maybe he has this in some of his dishes.
That's why you'll never have dill in the food.
Ah.
But he apparently likes cilantro because it seems
Oh
like
yes,
it's
of
a lot
course. Cilantro, of course, as Mexican, you like cilantro.
Yeah. I don't know. Cilantro tastes like soap to me. I don't know why.
Yeah. To me too, but I like it.
Oh, okay.
If it is organic, it will taste different.
Okay.
Oh, is that true? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of difference.
Okay, it will go in here, not in the
Well, it's
sauce.
funny when you cut it up. Now I kind of smell the like a gasoline.
The gasoline?
Yeah. It doesn't smell bad though. It's just.
Yeah, it's like cilantro, right? It
Yeah.
tastes like soap, but whatever.
Yeah.
So this is our salad now. Of course, you can eat this like that. You can add some more lime to it. I just keep it separate. So if you choose not to eat the seeds, then you can just have this flavorful carrot salad. You can always add more lemon as well. I made a lot of mess here.
See, now my husband.
Green onion too, or that not?
Yeah, I had chives, so I use the chives. You could definitely also add green onion if you want, but the chives are already a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the leaf that I'm not gonna use.
If you were at home, would you eat that whole salad?
That is a good question. Probably I would half of it.
Okay.
One sitting.
Half of it I could eat with more greens. I probably would eat more greens of this. That's the sauce. Okay, so we are. Let me just clean this up a little bit.
Is that baby spinach in the container or?
Yeah, and arugula.
Yeah, it's baby spinach and arugula. Some more sauce. Okay. All right. I don't know why the time was running today. So we have our carrot salad here. A lot of mess I did. I'm not that dirty in my home, but believe me. And we have our little dessert. So I will taste test it for you now. And then if you're eating, you can get a plate and you can try it as well. If you are water fasting and you still want to try it, I can't hold you, but please tell your doctor. Okay, I'll try a little bit of this. And the sauce on top. It's a lot of sauce, actually. And of course, I'm gonna try one of these. All right, I only have a spoon left here. Okay, let's try the salad first. It's actually really delicious. The carrots are still a bit chewy, but if you would put the sauce on the carrot and let it marinate a little bit, then the carrots will be a little bit more softer.
No,
Yeah,
that's
she
what
used- Don't you usually put your sauce on that mix it or not?
Yeah, mix it.
Usually all at one time.
I'm just saying the carrots are a little more chewy still, although I shaved them. But if you mix the sauce already in and then you let it marinate for a while, then the carrots will be more softer. But I like the flavors. Doesn't taste much like gasoline. But you don't have to put gasoline in your food, the epazote in your food. You can use any kind of herbs. I mean, but sometimes if you want to do something exotic, it's good to just go crazy with the herbs and put a lot of herbs in there. And I have this little dessert that's probably really delicious. I know it already.
How many calories in that?
And that, at least 100. And it's delicious. Well, okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you want to know more information, I have all the lectures on YouTube. And if I have my newsletter going again, I will also send you the free guide. If you leave me your email, I have it if you haven't already. And if you want to try it, you can get a plate and then help yourself.
Okay.
Can I
I know.
take a picture?
Of course, yeah, take pictures.
So I remember for visuals.
And then on my YouTube, in the description will be, just be careful with the camera. There will be the ingredients list always. The ingredients are under the description.
Plates from the kitchen? Plates.
Oh yes, get some plates from the kitchen, please.
Yeah, be careful.
I don't have any plates in.
Be careful.
Thank you.
If we are water vaccine, can we take one and put it in the freezer somewhere?
This probably will.
Without the fruit on it?
Probably. Well, it has some water and it might taste a little bit more freezer burnt because of the water. If it didn't have the water, if you had done this with dried nuts, then it would be possible. But it's so easy to make, you know. If you get home, yeah, it will be. I don't know, but the water I wouldn't maybe necessarily. But yeah, definitely make it at home. It's very simple. If you don't want to use a food processor, just get the dates and put the nuts in there. It's the same flavor.
Right.
Is it
Thank you very much.
organic? No. Every time I eat it, it's like so good.
Very bland.
You're welcome. The spiciness, you never know. That's what makes it delicious.
Oh, good.
On refill.
How long did you last? 9 days. Oh, wow. That's great.
It's gonna be a journey, that's for sure.
How long have you been doing this?
For almost 9 years. Like eating this way? Yeah. Alright.
I have to get the.
Like this? Take some up?
That's plenty, thank you very much.
Alright.
Higher calories.
Sorry, it's falling apart here.
That would be a nice little breakfast.
You want,
Can I try a strawberry and a blackberry?
Make it in the place.
Okay.
you got the last here too. Oh, you want another one like this? They will
Yeah.
do one just I lost the blackberry.
Oh, then,
Yeah. You can get that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Trade your places.
If you don't want to lose weight, right?
Well, I did.
well, I do here.
I like to use the dehydrated also for.
They bake it. They bake
No, no, wrong.
We live up here, so maybe it's different. When I make sprouts, they go
Easy
bad.
roll. Oh, easy roll.
You have to rinse them at least twice a day.
Yeah, no, I did.
Did you say to mix it and just like let it sit for a little bit?
You could, yeah. You can try it like this, or if it's too chewy, just remember it will get softer when you mix it with the.
I bought a sprouting jar with the mesh lid that you turn over, and then I rinsed it.
Celery. It's easy raw vegan.
Yeah, I think I'm following you on
Okay, good.
Instagram. Are you? Are you on Instagram?
Yes.
So you just rinse the sprouts twice a day and let them
Yeah,
drain?
definitely rinse twice a day and let them drain.
And how many days to do that? Maybe that was my problem. I didn't-
I'm sure the sprouts are edible.
Oh, okay. Well, try it again.
So this is walnut and
Oh, someone stole my pork.
Do you buy your sprouting leaves?
Walnuts and dates.
you just in the chopper.
And then chopper, yeah.
Do you buy your sprouting seeds online? Because I bought some sprouting peas and then they never sprouted.
Yes, online, yeah, that's the thing. You have to complain that they don't sprout.
I buy from True Leaf Market.
Oh,
They are really good. They are all True Leaf Market.
Oh,
From Arizona. It comes from Arizona or yeah.
oh, okay.
True Leaf Market. Yeah, it's all organic, high quality.
Yeah, so I bought some sprouting peas and they just never sprouted. The same with the broccoli. They just
And
never.
they have all sprouting materials everything on the website. Yeah, and they do have, I don't know, what I have found is, you just found broccoli
Oh, there could be. Yeah,
I
there
don't
could
know,
be.
tea or something.
I don't have a problem, but someone with diabetes might have a problem.
And it's mason jar.
Yeah, mason jar.
I don't have any
You
problem.
have to have a grade.
Yeah, with a smoothie.
I was
Yeah.
in a Florida in a.
But I'm not stupid, I really focus on chewing animals as well. Especially sometimes I'll like bananas and just get more
Okay,
calories.
well, we bought a tray, but we never
Thank you.
really.
Yeah, of course.
Grades, right.
That was a great lecture.
All of the.
How do you like it?
Very good.
I wanted to ask what you eat raw and what you don't, because some vegetables like beets, do you eat raw beets?
Sometimes a little bit, yeah. A little bit of this. I would eat. I would even eat mushrooms, but I'm not big on mushrooms. I don't eat a lot of mushrooms.
Mushrooms, I think you can
That I
eat
get from True Leaf
I
Market.
think mushrooms
And I
should
put
be
silver
cooked.
clover,
Yeah,
radish.
maybe. But I mean, I have raw vegan friends that eat mushrooms.
You
Raw,
mentioned
but-
potatoes, sweet
Yeah.
potatoes you eat raw?
Oh.
You eat
But
white
I think
potatoes raw?
broccoli, I bought broccoli also.
Regular potatoes? No.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree
So
with that.
broccoli.
They're edible, but they're just not tasty. I don't really go after the taste a lot.
Okay, what things do you avoid and not eat raw?
And maybe, you know, from
of the
Home Depot,
vegetables?
they buy a little greenhouse.
Extend, I don't like red beans.
Greenhouse and then put it in the
Technically anything
backyard
could be
and then
eaten
the
raw,
greenhouse,
except for
it
beans.
needs some
I don't
sunlight,
eat beans.
but then you have to
Raw.
have
Even
a
sprouted
indirect
beans,
sunlight.
they
So you
don't
have a
have
dining
toxins
table
or something.
already,
I don't
you
eat
can
sprouted
just
beans.
have
I eat
it.
sprouted mung beans and sprouted lentils.
Like that mass in
I
my
sprout.
dining
Yeah.
room.
So
So I
easy.
would just,
And
I
you were
was
talking
thinking
about
of,
more
you know,
twice
buying
a
a
day.
little
Yeah.
greenhouse.
4 days
In the
and then
backyard,
is it done?
and all the mess
Yeah.
can happen there.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
I think one of the things I'm going to try is
Even wheatgrass.
to try to eat more raw.
Does so well.
I've been cooking my
Yeah,
beets.
in the.
The beans.
I think if I shred them, yes, I
Also,
think
yeah,
that'd be fine.
yeah.
Also, where I cut my mangoes in Arizona, where I live, we have right now mango season. We have boxes and boxes of those. one of the techniques I use to cut mangoes is I don't cut them to the side like that, which you can fold out. I cut them in half and twist
Oh
off.
yeah, if you
And
can
then
do
you can
that.
scoop out,
Best
and then you
mangoes.
scoop out around the seed. Much
I
more
did that
easily.
with the kites, or keep mangoes. Alright, I'm gonna say bye to the live stream and my YouTube.
Thank you so much. That was so wonderful. I'm gonna have to watch your videos because I want to eat them all.